Hey everyone, I'm Kate Kennedy and I'm here for day 42 of 100 Days of Kane, PA. And people come to Kane and stay in Kane for many different reasons. So today, Brooke Ballier is going to talk about her story of how she got here and why she decided to stay here. So I'm going to go ahead and flip her around. And we're going to go say hi to her. But first we're going to say hi to Ruby. Hi Ruby. We love Ruby. All right, so we're here at Laughing Owl where Brooke works. Hi guys. Hi. We have Brooke, we have Andrea. Thanks so much for having us here today.
Oh, no problem.
As I almost spilled a cup of coffee. So Brooke, will you tell us about your early history, where you grew up, and then what brought you back to Kane?
Well, I wasn't born in Kane. I was born in St. Mary's, and I grew up for 6 years in James City. I went to Kane school for maybe half of my kindergarten year, and I
Who was
moved.
your teacher for kindergarten, or first half of kindergarten?
Janine, and I think her last name was Garter back in the day, but I don't remember. It's Tracy Smith's wife, so Janine Smith now.
That is so neat, and you guys, Tracy's around here a lot, so you've gotten to know him pretty well.
Yes.
And having her as your teacher is a really cool connection.
It is, and it was a blast from the past when I got to re-meet her as an adult.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have that friendship with your old kindergarten teacher.
Yeah, that's awesome. So halfway through your kindergarten year, you leave Kane.
Yes.
When did you end up coming back?
4.5 years ago, it would have been winter of 2015. I just figured it out. And I came back and I lived with my grandma for about 2 years and just being with her. And I was actually just about to leave her house and move back to Butler, Pittsburgh area to find work. And the Laughing Owl on Facebook, I saw my cousin sent it to me, and they were looking for a press woman. And so I just kind of threw my interview out there, or my resume to them, and I got hired, and it gave me the reason to stay in Kane.
So did you have any experience with letter pressing?
No, I had a printmaking class because I do have a college degree in fine arts. So I knew of the equipment, but I never actually used any of these machines before until I got the job. And I was very first day thrown right into the Vandercook over here.
Is that this one right here?
Yep, the big long one. And I made, I think 3,000 Kinzu notebooks that you can buy at the bridge.
Oh my god.
So it was quite intimidating.
She's a
natural. She's a natural. We knew it from the beginning.
Tell us about her interview.
We just knew.
She walked through the door and you just
She
knew.
came through the door.
And I was so scared.
I
And
didn't know she was scared.
I was sweating, I was red, and I truly
Your
didn't
laughing
think.
owl wing.
Our laughing owl wing.
But it has been one of the best opportunities I've ever been given in my entire life, and I'm so grateful for this job.
So you moved back to Kane with your grandma. We're hanging out with her for a while, and we're ready to maybe go back. You felt like it was time for you to change.
Yeah.
Make a change. And then about 2 years ago, you said, is
Yes.
when you decided to interview for this job?
Yep, it was, I think, June or July I had my interview, or I sent in my resume, and then beginning of August I had my interview, and I was hired, I think, a day or two later, and it was awesome, and I couldn't believe it because I truly didn't think I was going to get the job.
And look at you now.
I know.
Doing your peeling of the
Now we
paper.
can't live without her.
So what are some of the things that you like about this job that have been surprising to you, or a story or a memory about what makes this something that keeps you here?
Well, it's kind of lame, but I have a greater appreciation for color. As an artist, I really don't like bright colors. I am more black and white, rust colors. If any of you guys know me, throughout the last few years, I've been doing rust paintings here in Kane. But working with fine stationery and these wedding invites and these luxury sets that we're doing, I finally started liking the color pink. I hated pink. When I first started working here, they laughed because every time I would print pink, I just ugh. Oh, this is so gross. And now one of my favorite colors is Dusty Rose, and it seems to be 2019's color for weddings, so we're printing it a lot.
Good thing you like it then if you're seeing a lot of it.
Seeing a ton of it. But and another thing, just what I love is I learned a new trade. So I can go to like any letterpress shop and be like, I know exactly what that is, or I can do this, and I'm a press printer myself.
Yes.
So it's just exciting, and I love learning anything new if it involves art. So again, just every day learning new knowledge about this, and it is a rather old form of printing. So it is really cool that like some of these machines are well over 50, 60, 1943, 40s, like these machines were made and used every single day. And for it to still be considered like a fine art form for weddings, for bars, whatever, anything that you can think of. So it's cool to keep that little bit of history still going in this modern world.
Yeah, that is really amazing. And you mentioned this, but you're an artist outside of this craft as well.
Yep.
How do you feel like Kane supports the arts?
It's incredible, the support of just art in this town. Like even from Art in the Wilds to we at Laughing Owl have done 2 years worth of an art show called the 5x5, and just the response from people who I know aren't really into art, for them to say like, wow, this is amazing, I've never seen this before, it blows my mind, because I truly wouldn't think, like I when I came back here I was like, Kane doesn't care about art and all this like new stuff, and now we have a brewery in town, we have just new restaurants, and like it's just amazing.
Yeah, arts of all different kinds.
And the amount of artists in this town alone, I mean, we have woodworkers, we have painters, we have seamstresses, tie-dyers, like anything you can think of, and it just blows my mind, because this town is definitely more supportive than some of the little towns that I grew up in, and I can't believe it.
What type of art do you do for fun?
For fun, a lot of illustration, but lately it's just been oil painting and incorporating mixed media into it to try to think of something different. It's kind of hard to do, but currently, in addition to printing,
Yeah.
it's fun to take like my art or even just fonts and texts and type that we have, and making posters and advertisements for personal reasons. So, yeah.
Yeah, you get to use your creative skills
Yes.
throughout the day, every single day.
Yes, and it's
for fun,
awesome.
too. Well, I'm so glad that that the Laughing Owl is what kept you here. What are some other things that you like to do for fun around the area?
The woods. It's so awesome. Like where I live, I think it's the Kinzu Forest is right in my backyard, so I can just take a little walk, go down to just a little pond, hang out. I love finding a spot where no one else is around, and I take my hula hoop and my dog, and I just hang out and listen to music. It's just really peaceful.
Yeah, it's right here too. It's just you don't have to go far to
No.
find nature and to be able to escape in that way.
It's like 5 minutes and then you're there.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, you mentioned your dog. Do you want to give a little shout out to Beefy?
Oh, Beefy, she's the best. If you guys, most people in town, I think, know her now. She is just my little best friend, and she's usually beside me, but not today.
Not today, but yeah, that's another cool thing about Laughing Owl is pets are welcome. Employee pets are welcome.
Yes.
We've got Ruby,
All pets are welcome.
Beefy,
All pets are
all
welcome.
pets. All pets and all people.
Yeah.
All beings.
Okay, cool. Well, Brooke, this is awesome. Is there anything else that you'd like to share about why you love Kane, or about your job, or anything that we didn't get to talk about yet?
Just as like a little conclusion, I feel like I came back to Kane at like the greatest time possible. Like all these new businesses, just the town is looking beautiful, and it's really awesome because it is a really nice place to live. There's not many places, again, that are just smack dab in the forest, and we have all this great, like all the great activities, just places you can go, and just shout out to Kane.
Yeah.
And a shout out to my bosses because they are the best. And
You're the best.
this is without a doubt like my dream job. I love it.
And who knew, like probably 5 years ago, you had no idea this is what you'd be doing.
Nope, not at all.
I love that about life.
I do too.
Well, I'm glad you're here in Kane, that you decided to stay because you definitely add to the positivity of it.
Aw, then thank you so much.
Thanks for your time, Brooke. Thanks, Andrea.
See you guys.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I think it's so exciting to hear about the reasons people come to Kane and the reasons people stay. And Laughing Owl is definitely an asset, not just for what they contribute to the creative world and the industry here, but also because of the people they employ and the way that they spread joy and love in the community with people like Brooke. So I'm just gonna go ahead and real quick, one last little round of Ruby. Ruby! Hey! There you are. See, this is joy, pure joy right here. All right, you guys, thanks again for tuning in. We appreciate your time watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow for day 43.